Being a relatively new form of entertainment, video games' validity as a social entertainment is largely untread ground in the theoretical sphere. As a new form of media, it still hasn't been fully ingrained into the public consciousness enough for it to be considered social entertainment. Interestingly, film and television have no trouble being recognised as social entertainment, despite being arguably far less of a social activity, and this is likely due to it having been relevant in media for about a century now. There are two basic lines of thought you could take in relation to games and their social function. One is that it inhibits what one might refer to as true socialization, that being interacting with people in a real space. The other is that digital games simply allow for a different kind of socialization, broadening the spectrum in a sense. Personally, I would align myself with the second option. I think it has to be acknowledged that the first choice is based on a false presupposition that real interactions are inherently better than digital ones. Video games have historically had an image problem, since a typical childhood is shifting away from outdoor play and towards digital play, particularly in teenage years. This contrast has led to many people disavowing games as antisocial, but this is far from the truth. Particularly in the last 10 years or so, games have tended towards online multiplayer experiences. As the internet is now in practically everyone's homes, games now have more freedom to use it. In the past, since internet speeds were slow, the games industry just sort of dabbled in using the internet, usually relegating it to being something separate from the game that a player could do for a bit between play sessions. However, it became apparent that the internet could be highly lucrative when used in conjunction with game design, with games like Halo and Call of Duty becoming notorious and more profitable through their online aspects. Of course, nowadays Call of Duty is mostly marketed to online players, and there's a wealth of games that offer solely multiplayer experiences such as Overwatch and World of Warcraft.
Fuck you guys! You guys suck! Geek!
It's thanks to online games becoming a widespread phenomenon that games have become a social experience. Since the focus is on online play, getting together in a digital space with friends is a far more likely occurrence. This has, in turn, helped to blur the line between real and digital interactions. Just as I have fond memories of going to the park with my friends, I have fond memories of playing Fortnite or Dead by Daylight with those same friends. A study by Brian Gadgetar showed that players' sense of social presence actually increased when playing video games, and this is no doubt evidence that games needn't be co-located to be considered social interactions. I often find that games can be a base for social interaction, just something to do in the background while the real draw is talking to one another. Even outside digital spaces, games carry subcultural capital with them. Much like you would discuss a new film with someone, games have reached a point in the mainstream where certain demographics can fairly reliably have a basic knowledge of current video games. While not carrying the same breadth of appeal that film does, games still hold enough weight to be an engaging topic in certain subcultures. Overall, I believe that gaming can certainly offer improvement to social lives. It isn't always a benefit, but what it does do is offer new ways for people to interact with each other and have fun.